Hello everyone, it's Justin here. I want to discuss something about Donald Trump and something that Tomi Lahren, I think is what her name is, how you pronounce it, from The Blaze said on Monday. I thought it was interesting how she's discussing as far as she doesn't support Donald Trump, but she doesn't give any reason why. She starts saying that he's the Snooki or whatever, the political world, something like that. I'm thinking Snooki's probably, was it that Kardashians or Jersey Shore? I think she said something about, she's going with all these names that are for the young crowd and everything right now. And I thought it was interesting how she said, go ahead, grab a piece of paper, write down what he says, and then read it. Well, we don't have to do that, fortunately. I mean, you can if you want to, but we really don't have to, since everything he says is always gonna be in text somewhere, and you could read all of his speeches anywhere all the time. Everyone already does that. But I do agree with Tomi as far as, go ahead and read things. When you read things, you're actually going to find out how much better it sounds. Now, I think she was trying to make it sound like he was going to sound stupid if you read what he has to say. But, you know, let's face it, the way he speaks doesn't seem so intelligent. He doesn't have a very extensive vocabulary, and that's fantastic because intelligent people usually speak in a simple way to understand. That's obvious, it's common sense, it's the reason the guy is worth over $10 billion, you know. His background and the things that he's done and the fact that he sticks to his guns is what we want to base him off of. Not the way he sounds or the things that he says. The thing is or the way he says things. When you listen to him, you'll notice that he's speaking passionately. He doesn't have to read anything off of this. He's not writing things down and trying to win you over. He really is pissed off. And I like to say, what the hell's wrong, Tomi? What's wrong with being pissed off about people not obeying the law anymore, taking away our constitutional rights, making it harder for us to carry a firearm, or you could get... People can press charges on you for the most ridiculous reasons now. I mean, when we have laws saying you can create 3 stores here, but if you do, you need to create 2 stores here in the hood. Otherwise, if you don't create these 2 stores in an area where there's not good economical development, then you could be sued for things that have to do with racism against the community there, because so many of the people here are Italian, are black, or this or that. That really is ridiculous. Now, when you read what he has to say, you're going to find out it's simplistic and it's easy to understand and it's common sense. These people coming out of college, like Tomi Lahren, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I don't give a shit. But to be honest with you, Tomi, we don't need to go to college and get a bachelor's degree or anything like that in engineering or anything to find out as far as electricity in order to screw in a light bulb. Okay, you're making it sound like the things that he's talking about need to be complicated. And if they're simple, then they're not true. Look, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's the unnecessary regulation and the government making things unnecessarily complicated that's destroying this country, and that's exactly what Donald Trump has been saying. He's talking about this political correctness is what's destroying this nation, and you, my dear, are part of that. Going against Trump, speaking against simplicity, saying, read what he has to say. It's so stupid. You know what? It's common sense, bitch. You go out and you create the free market and let people compete against each other, things are going to get better. For example, let's take high-speed internet. Now, high-speed internet in most areas, you cannot choose your high-speed internet provider. Some areas it's going to be whatever Verizon is. Other areas it's whatever AT&T is. Over here it's what Comcast is. But there's only one speed internet provider per section if it's available. They cannot compete against each other. That's bad. What does that create? Well, now you could pay for 200 Mbps and you're only getting 10 or 20. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change to anyone else because there's no free market. We've seen what happens with this. So don't make it sound like things need to be complicated and the healthcare system is so screwed up and we need more regulation or anything like that in order to fix it when it was fine. It was fine before the government regulations kicked in the 90s. Start getting rid of all the free healthcare, start shutting down all these clinics. It really is that simple. The more the government puts their hands into things, the worse things get. Stop going after Trump because you're angry that what he's saying is simple to understand. We have $5 trillion off the coast, maybe $2 trillion off the coast. Yeah, we bring that back into the country and make it legal. That's not hard to understand. It's going to help our economy. We have so many people wasting money at BMVs and DMVs and government agencies where there's unnecessary spending and people are lazy and you got 20 people doing the work of 3 people. What you do is you get rid of those 20 people and you hire the 3 people who are going to do that work. Yeah, it's easy to cut government spending. It is a waste. So stop trying to make it sound like these basic things that are so simple to understand are like so beyond the average person. It's ridiculous. The reason Donald Trump is doing well is not because people are uneducated and us people who've never gone to college are stupid. The thing is that we understand simplicity and we understand that complicating things just makes it worse. When people go to universities and colleges and all this stuff, and you come out with these degrees and you think the simplest things are complicated, I'm not joking. I've met people who've laughed at me because I've changed a light bulb and they really did think I had to have an engineering degree before I should have ever touched it. Kind of like you have people in law enforcement and lawyers laugh at you because you think that it's wrong to murder someone, but you don't have a degree. So how should you know? We don't need education to understand morality. We don't need to go to college and get a degree after 6 years, 8 years, however many years in order to understand the difference between right and wrong. That mindset is exactly what liberals are trying to shove down our throat, and we're just not falling for it. So, Tomi, quite honestly, no one cares what you have to say anymore. Just shut the fuck up.